Esavah, this is GF Laserbolt from GamerFusion.com, and welcome today to the MADCATz C.T.R.L.R review of the MADCATz C.T.R.L.R Gamepad, guys. Today we're going to be breaking down this gamepad and give you guys an in-depth inside review on what you could expect if you plan on purchasing this coming holiday season, or you guys are really looking forward to purchasing a gamepad for your computer, mobile device, or pretty much all around gaming unit. So let's dive into this review and let's start with the hardware. So the hardware on this unit is very well done, guys. The ergonomic on the actual gamepad is very well done and very well crafted. Now the best way I could simulate and give you guys a quick reference point on what you guys could expect out of this gamepad is comparing it to another similar gamepad that I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with or know, or at least have tried one time in your lifetime. So let me reference this to the Xbox 360 controller. If you guys notice, if I put these side by side, it looks very similar to what you guys could come and expect out of the controller. Now if I go ahead and overlay this on top of the Xbox 360 controller, you will see it fits quite perfectly aligned with the Xbox 360 controller, giving you a very good reference point to the size of the controller and also how the controller will feel on the hand. Like I said, it is a very well done controller, and it's very reminiscent of the Xbox 360 controller, as it fits perfectly on the palm of your both hands right there, resting right there, and it gives you that nice grip where you can kind of put the hands like a glove on the controller itself, leaving your fingers on top of the left bumper, right bumper, left trigger, right trigger, giving you a nice look. Now if you guys would like to remove this, you guys could also remove this as well, and we'll go into this hardware option as well once we go here. You could definitely, if you guys don't plan on going on the go, you could definitely remove this and it'll automatically look like that without it on. Overall, the hardware is very sturdy, very well done, very well maintained, and even if I put a tight grip on it, it feels very good. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fall on top of my hand, even if I don't hold it firmly or if I let it go, a little bit loose. It still holds very firm on my hand. The only downfall I had with the hardware that I would have liked to send, an upgrade or a better version of, is the addition of it being this, the D-pad being a little bit raised, because the transition from the stick to the D-pad kind of gives you a little bit, timing. And timing in gaming, depending on the game you play, is going to be very crucial, because you want to be as fast, the response time to be as fast as possible. So I would have liked to see the D-pad a little bit raised up, so it could have been a better transition from the actual stick to the actual D-pad itself, because the transition rate is about, I would say maybe a second to a second, 1.2 seconds from the actual stick to the D-pad. So I would have liked to see that addition as well. Now, as the button layouts are portrayed, I do like the button layouts. As like I said, it's very similar to the Xbox 360 controller. And if you guys know, the Xbox 360 controller was nominated as being the best gaming gamepad in all gen and anything that you could possibly think of. So it's a very well structured gamepad. If you guys, reference to that, since the Xbox 360 is kind of like the, predominant best controller out there, it's a good way to reference point to that, what you guys could expect out of this controller. Overall, the hardware, if we give it a nice size, it has a very nice, matte finish on the front, and it has that glossy finish. So if you put a lot of, fingerprints, it's very heavy when it comes to putting your fingerprints. It'll pick up fingerprints very well, but it's a good way, because all you could do is just wipe it down and it gives you that nice glossy feel to it on the actual top of the controller. Now, if you guys notice, there is a big difference. If you guys have a M.O.J.O, or you guys remember, this controller came with the M.O.J.O. Now the M.O.J.O, the big difference between the M.O.J.O and this one is, you guys notice these strikes right here are red, as opposed for them being grayed on the M.O.J.O. Now there's the other difference between the M.O.J.O, but I'll cover that in the in our next segment of this controller. But overall, the hardware is very well done. As you guys know, it's another great addition that I like is that they didn't put the glossy part on the bottom, because this tends to collect a lot of particles if you were to put the glossy on the bottom. And another great thing I liked about the hardware is, if you guys noticed, if you guys remember, the Xbox 360 controller had the battery pack right here, and it was kind of bulky. When you guys used to put your hands on the controller itself, you kind of used to hit this back part right here. So when you had the controller sit on your hand right here, your fingers would hit right here, or it would bump into the actual battery pack. The good thing about this controller is that the battery pack is kind of not bulking out, because the batteries lie right inside the actual pack itself. So right there, you guys can see the batteries are within the pack itself, and are very well done. Now these batteries do come with the actual unit itself, but I would highly recommend you guys go out and purchase yourself some rechargeable units if you're going to be using this controller a lot, and you will be using this controller a lot. So that's the overall hardware aspect of the unit. Another quick thing I wanted to touch is also that includes the hardware is the mount that MADCATz provides for you guys to be able to carry this on the go. So basically the way that works is you're able to just get the circular part, which kind of screws into the controller in the back portion of the controller right here. All you do is you go ahead and line this up right about here. You put that in there, and you're automatically, all you have to do is just pretty much screw this back part right here on the back of the unit, and then once you screw that in firmly, you're able to go ahead and mount this to any cell phone that you have. Now it doesn't fit into a big tablet or anything like that. I know that's probably you guys are wondering, so let me give you guys a quick reference point. This is my Samsung, so my Samsung will fit perfectly. Now you guys are thinking, well, it doesn't really fit there. Well, it does, fellas. So let me show you. It comes with a nice spring right here on the top, so you're going to be able to just mount your Samsung right on there and put it on the actual unit, and it'll automatically slide into the unit. So you guys can definitely carry this on the go and have a nice gaming playing system for you to go ahead and play. So it's very well crafted and very well done, guys. So you guys can definitely see this going on the go whenever you guys would like to. Phone out of the unit, and you're ready to take that out of the go, and you're able to move this from go and go ahead and play this on the actual unit. So overall the hardware is very well done. Everything is very sturdy and well crafted on this actual controller. So let's jump into our other segment of this review. So let's talk a little bit about the performance of this unit. Now the performance overall, I was able to test this unit for about a week now, and I could say that the unit has performed very well. I do love the functionality. Remember, this does have a $49.99 price point on this unit, but you get what you pay for, in the sense of you're getting a little bit more than what you pay for. Let me explain that why. So the performance of this unit comes with 3 different types of faces. Let me show you. Alright, so this is the 3 faces that I wanted to talk to you guys, and this is what makes this controller great. As you guys notice right here, we have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So phase 1 will be for your play, like if you have Fire Play, if you have Amazon TV, or you have any TV device, you're able to use that as a reference point to be able to use the top buttons that control the media. So right here you guys will be able to see your media buttons, and that gives you the option to control that media on the fly and on the go from the controller. Another great addition is this other button right here. When we move it to phase 2, phase 2 is giving you the possibility of using this controller as a mouse. So you'll be able, instead of having to use the mouse on your keyboard or on your computer, all you have to do is reference this to mouse, and it'll automatically make the controller work like a mouse. Then you have your computer mode. Your computer mode is giving you the option to use the controller as a computer controller, or basically like any gaming controller that could connect to your computer to give you that nice play. So that's what makes this controller unique and different from most controllers, giving you that three-way option. Now, a cool thing about this controller is that it works very, very well with all the things that it's supposed to work with. Its controller is meant to work with Android devices, your iPhone. It's supposed to work with your computer, and it's supposed to work with your tablet. Pretty much this controller is the controller you're going to need outside of your console controller. If you have a M.O.J.O, you could definitely hook this up to your M.O.J.O. It will work with your M.O.J.O. So it's pretty much a very well-rounded controller, and performance-wise, it works very well with multiple devices. Now, I tested this on the tablet. I tested this on my Android device. I tested this on my PC, and the controller performs very, very well. So the performance and aspect of this controller is very well crafted and very well made. A cool addition about this controller is that the controller has a very cool software that MADCATz provides for you that lets you sync this controller to your computer, and it gives you that option where you're able to set different game types or different game profiles for that specific game. So let's say you guys get a game and the controller is not compatible, or the buttons don't work the way they're supposed to work with that game. Well, also you're able to access the MADCATz software, and the MADCATz software will let you set up the controller so you guys can predefine what buttons and what overlay button you guys want to have for that specific game, which gives it a great addition to the controller. Another cool feature about the controller, it comes with Bluetooth 4.0, giving you that option with compatibility. It comes with the latest Bluetooth technology, and also you're able to use it with other previous Bluetooth technology. Now the only downside I noticed about the gamepad that I wish would be included is not everybody has a Bluetooth computer or Bluetooth enabled computer. I would have wished that just like they did with the M.O.J.O controller, they would definitely provide you with a Bluetooth dongle that you could plug into a USB port, giving you that Bluetooth compatibility with the controller. So I definitely don't like the fact that it doesn't include a Bluetooth enabled or Bluetooth dongle where you're able to use this and just plug this into your computer and give you that Bluetooth comparability if you don't have Bluetooth enabled on your PC. So I definitely didn't like that aspect of the controller. I wish that would have been included, and definitely MADCATz, you could probably, if you guys are planning to upgrade this controller coming soon, I would highly recommend you guys include a dongle, because not everybody has a Bluetooth enabled computer. Luckily for me, all my computers are Bluetooth enabled, but I know not a lot of people have Bluetooth enabled computers, so I would highly recommend you giving that option to the player or to the gamer, so they could, if their computer is not enabled, they could definitely enable it. But the pairing between the actual, tablet or your phone or your, Android device, it's very easy to do. All you do is you press down this button and hold it down. It'll start blinking, and once it pairs, it'll turn a solid blue color, and it'll let you notify you that the unit is paired. Now, another great addition is that I think is a very nifty idea is that once your batteries are running low and you've had that long gaming night and you've been playing, like any game, like a zombie game on your tablet, or you've been playing on your PC, and your batteries start running low, this will start blinking red, giving you a notification that the batteries are running down and you need to change it, which is a cool addition because you never want to run out of juice when you're playing a game. So it's definitely a cool addition that they included on this controller. Now, let's jump into the conclusion and my overall verdict of the controller. Overall, I would like to give the controller a 9 out of 10, and this was very close to being a 10 out of 10 product, but there's a couple things that kind of swayed me not giving it a 10, and I'm gonna let you guys know right now what they are. So overall, let me give you the positives on this controller. Overall, the positive on this controller is that it's very well made. It's a very sturdy controller, very well done. Ergonomically, it's one of the most enhanced controller. I love the addition of of being able to use this as a media device as well, giving you that functionality that you don't have to switch to keyboard or or to a remote control. You could definitely just out of your controller use the media buttons. I love the functionality of the 3-phase interval where you're able to transfer from use this as a mouse, use this as a controller, and use this as a media device. I love the addition that you're able to take this on the go whenever you want, making it compatible with any mobile device or mobile phone that you have. Your tablet's not going to fit on the overlay, but you're going to definitely be able to fit your cell phone. I do like the layout of the controller, and overall the battery life is very well done. The battery life does indicate that it lasts 60 hours of gameplay without being able to discharge. I was able to play for 49 hours without needing to replace the battery. And I would highly recommend you guys definitely swapping batteries to getting rechargeable batteries if you guys are going to be using this a lot. I do plan on using this controller for all my PC gaming, so definitely I bought the rechargeable batteries where I'm able to swap those out and just charge them and then put another pair of a rechargeable unit. Now the cons on this product is very little cons, but it's primarily for missing things that came with the controller. So one of the things that I would have liked to see included in the controller that wasn't also included in the M.O.J.O, and I think that was kind of a downside not including it on this controller, was giving you the Bluetooth dongle, because not everybody has Bluetooth to pair this to your to your PC. So you're definitely going to want to use the wireless and Bluetooth technology. You're definitely going to need a Bluetooth dongle. If you don't have Bluetooth, then the controller kind of defeats the purpose of it being Bluetooth enabled. So definitely a Bluetooth dongle would have been awesome if this would have been included in the controller, making it that you could take this, if you go to a friend's house, you could use it at your friend's house, or if you don't have one at your house, you could definitely do it as well. Another downside that wasn't also included in the box was you're able to update the firmware on this controller. All you do is you remove the battery pack, and behind the battery pack you have a micro USB port where you're able to plug this in to your you plug this in right here and you plug that to your PC, and it'll automatically let you update the firmware or whenever a firmware rolls out for the controller. And of course, with these controllers, you always want to be up to date because new games are coming out and new game profiles come out. So you definitely want to be updating your firmware so your your controller is compatible with that. But what I didn't like is that the wire or the cable for you to plug that to your PC was not included in the box. I don't know if it comes in every other box, but for mine, the product I got to review did not include a cable, so definitely would have to give it another negative for that, for not including the cable. If you're gonna definitely need the firmware upgrade, you definitely want to include the cable so people could definitely update the firmware. Another positive I want to give and leave on a positive note is definitely I love the addition that MADCATZ gives you the option to customize this controller to your liking with their software, and it's free of charge. So you definitely get not only the controller, but you also get the software end of the controller, giving you that flexibility and customization for the controller, making it definitely a must-have controller. Now, if I would have to give this a should I buy it, should I go look out for a controller, well, that all depends on what you're looking for. Definitely, if you guys are looking for an all-in-one controller, this is the controller for you guys. Definitely a must-have controller. If you don't have a computer controller or something you could play with your tablet, or you're barely getting into tablet gaming or mobile device gaming, so definitely this controller is a must. The only people I wouldn't recommend this controller to is for the people that don't have Bluetooth enabled computers. But overall, I would recommend this controller for anybody that's looking for an awesome controller, not only for PC, for mobile gaming, or they have Fire TV and don't want to leave the comfort of the controller. Definitely this controller is a must-have, and definitely I would put this on anybody's Christmas wish list for them to pick up for this holiday coming season. Alright guys, this has been GF LaserBro bringing you the review for the MADCATZ C.T.R.L.R review. Don't forget guys, for all things MADCATZ and review related, don't forget to head over to Gamer Fusion, where we empower your gaming.